Welcome back, beautiful family. Today I want to share with you a very delicious treat for Halloween. It's a rice pudding that I know you guys are really going to love. But first things first, my apron is on, my hands are clean, and I am ready to show you my ingredients. This Halloween treat of rice pudding, these are the ingredients. I have evaporated milk, condensed milk, rice, a stick of cinnamon, and coconut extract. This is everything we need, so let's get started. Okay, on the stove I have a cup of water and I'm adding my cinnamon stick. I'm gonna let it cook until it starts boiling. When you see it boiling from the center and making all those bubbles, that's a good sign because the cinnamon is going to release all the amazing flavor into the water. Most people like to remove the cinnamon stick. I like to leave it in there until the rice is completely done. And here I'm just gonna mix the rice, incorporate it with the water, and then I'm gonna lower the heat to medium heat. I'm gonna leave it there. There's no need to babysit. Leave it there for about 10 minutes. After the 10 minutes, you come back and the rice is gonna be fluffy. It's still going to be al dente, and that's exactly how you want it. Look at this. It has absorbed most of the water. When you add your evaporated milk and your condensed milk, do not leave the stove. Stay here because you're gonna be moving it, especially from the bottom, so it doesn't stick. Do not leave your stove. You need to be moving it on and off until the rice is nice and fluffy and tender to your desire. But this is very important because if it starts getting burned from the bottom, your rice is gonna taste, it's not gonna taste good. And then it's gonna leave all those little pieces brown that it's burning from the bottom. That's very important. Do not leave it unattended. Once you add your milk and your evaporated milk, stay there. Be mixing it for a little bit. You could leave and then come back and mix it a little bit until it starts boiling from the center. Remember, we are cooking this at medium heat. Taste it. If you need to add more sugar, go ahead. If you need to add more condensed milk, go ahead. This is to taste. I just added 1 evaporated milk and 1 condensed milk, 1 cup of water, 1 cup of rice. And I'm gonna keep cooking it for another 5 minutes. When it's boiling from the center, I just gotta make sure that it doesn't burn on the bottom and it doesn't stick. And after the 5 minutes, when it's really bubbling the way you see it now, you could remove the cinnamon stick or you could leave it behind. I like leaving it behind because it's still releasing all those amazing flavors of the cinnamon. And now that I'm adding all this, I'm just gonna go ahead. I am going to cover it and turn the stove off. I'm gonna leave it covered for about 5 minutes. No more than 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, you're gonna notice that the liquids have absorbed and the rice pudding, it's a little more thicker. There's not too much liquid. So I'm gonna turn it off. I'm gonna let it rest right on top of the stove. And let me show you the decoration I'm going to use. I'm going to use food coloring, red food coloring and yellow food coloring. And this is the decorations. I have little cups here that I'm going to add my decoration. Of course, I am going to remove some of the milk for the little cups for the decoration that I'm making. But believe me, the milk that's staying behind, it tastes amazing. If you want the little cups to have enough milk, you could leave it if you want, but I like it to be nice and thick. That's why I'm removing the excessive milk. But believe me, this is not going to go to waste. Once I separate the rice pudding in 2 plates. I'm gonna add the food coloring, 1 yellow and 1 orange. If you don't have the orange color, just add 2 drops of red food coloring and 2 drops of yellow food coloring, and you'll create the orange color. And here, let me show you. I have the yellow rice pudding on this side, and on the left side I have the orange one. I'm going to add it to my little cups. After I add all of them into the cups, I'm going to put them in the refrigerator, and I am going to start making my heavy cream, my whipping cream. And that really doesn't take too long. I want to show you the brand that I use here at home. I really love the texture of this heavy whipping cream. You don't need to add any sugar. It's already prepared, and the taste is amazing. I love adding this heavy whipping cream to my cakes, to my bakings. I really love it. Well, here it's nice and cold, and I am ready to start mixing it with my hand blender. I'm gonna mix it until it's really fluffy and thick, and that's gonna take just a couple minutes. But let me tell you, you could eat it just like that with the spoon, but I wanna add that decoration on the top. Who doesn't like rice pudding? Who doesn't like the delicious flavor of whipping cream? Well, this is an easy and delicious recipe. If you liked and loved this video, leave me a thumbs up, share this video, be part of my family. I am ready for the presentation. So I'll see you in just a little bit. I am completely done with this amazing dessert for Halloween. Why not enjoy something very traditional as a rice pudding, of course, with the theme of Halloween. But this is the part I really love and enjoy, tasting my recipes. I wish you guys were here to taste it with me. Excuse me. Flavor of the coconut, just amazing. This is a very traditional rice pudding that we make every winter. I'm sure you guys are going to love it. If you liked and loved my recipe, I invite you to subscribe, leave me a thumbs up, share this video on social media with your friends, with your relatives, so Cooking with Gloria keeps growing. Don't forget to push that notification button. If you did, leave it activated, so every time I make an amazing recipe, yes, you're going to be notified. Before I say I see you soon, I wish you nothing but the best. Peace and love. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of Cooking with Gloria. Like, subscribe, and share, and see you on my next amazing recipe. Bye-bye.